Hello, Jess, and anyone else that can be maybe watching. My name is Chloe. I'm a freshman at NYU Tisch Drama, and this is my little testimony for Jess. I have a little post-it note up here. That's all the things that I wanted to say because it's a lot. So I will just get into it. What initially brought me to Jess and working with her was actually through a mutual colleague and friend, Kate Schuster. I work with her for screenwriting coaching, and we were walking around New York City, and she brought up a collaborative class. And I kind of kept tabs on Jess in the back of my head, and I wasn't really sure because I was nervous. And then I saw ads, and I went to a group session, and I was totally terrified. I kept my camera off the whole time, but I still experienced it on my own, and I thought it was so exciting and powerful. And so I was like, I have to talk to her on a one-on-one and like really get more involved in this. So I scheduled a consultation with her, and my goals were kind of all over the place, if I'm being honest. I was super nervous about this going in because I'm not religious, but I am very, very spiritual. But I also didn't have a ton of knowledge about spirituality, about tarot, about anything in that realm to a very, focused degree, if you will. And so I didn't want to go in and seem stupid or be like, I don't know what I'm doing, or I'm not connecting and feel like it was my fault. And that was also like one of my fears as well, is there's going to be an issue with me, or it's going to bring up dark magic, if you will. I'm going to have like some problem. And what was so beautiful was Jess kind of took me in right away, and we had a very, very special click. And she, through a Zoom screen, felt like a mentor and a loving family member all at once. And I felt like the screen wasn't a boundary in terms of connecting. And she creates a environment where you can be safe with yourself, but also push yourself in a healthy way, to explore new parts of yourself and new parts of your psyche and your life and your path. And I think that's so fantastic and something that everyone should be pursuing. I guess my own version of magic with Jess was when we had our consultation, and she brought up two things that had kind of just happened in my life that I had not shared with anyone at that time. And having someone to connect with, even now, I can connect to about family members, I can connect to about what's going on in my life, and see how that all correlates with the spirit and whatnot. It's a very strong form of well-being and self-care that I'm immensely lucky to be able to experience with her. I think she's such a gift to the world, and so rare to find a soul as loving as hers. I have never felt judged, and she has such an unapologetic, pure energy to her that I think is just truly one of a kind. That's what I would say was surprising, was just I've never met anyone quite like her, and I don't think I ever will. And I'm constantly, thinking in the back of my head, when do I want to work with her again? What I would say I love about working with Jess is she's so open, and she really wants to explore all of the good. And at the end of the day, that is what it's for, is for the higher good. And I love that. I think that creates a really healthy boundary of how we can be productive, but also gentle. My desires being fulfilled in that container with her, I think I've learned so much, both about the work in itself and about myself, that would have taken a lot longer and probably a lot more confusing if I hadn't had someone to guide me. I think she's such a gentle, but also powerful mentor, and having her to give me feedback and having her as a guide has been just such like a blessing. And so I recommend her actually to most people that I talk to, both in the artistic world and outside of it. I think working with yourself in the spiritual world and whatnot is so vital, more than we may think, and I would not want anyone to go to anyone else but Jess. So thank you.